Have you ever wondered about the ancient civilization that ruled over a vast empire in the Andes Mountains? The civilization that built magnificent temples, fortresses, and roads, and developed a sophisticated system of writing, mathematics, and astronomy? The civilization that worshipped a pantheon of gods, each with their attributes, symbols, and myths? If you have, then you are in for a treat, because in this video, we will explore the fascinating world of Inca mythology. Inca mythology is the collection of legends and stories that reflect the beliefs and worldview of the Inca people, who dominated a large part of South America from the 13th to the 16th century. The Inca religion was a complex and diverse system that combined elements of animism, nature worship, ancestor worship, and sun worship. The Inca gods were not only the source of life, power, and prosperity, but also the ancestors, protectors, and patrons of the Inca rulers and their subjects. In this video, we will introduce you to 11 of the most important and interesting gods in the Inca pantheon. So, if you are ready to embark on this journey, make sure to watch this video till the end. You will not regret it. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel, where we post more videos about mythology, history, and culture. Thank you for watching, and let's get started. Viracocha, the creator god of the Inca and pre-Inca peoples. Viracocha was the creator god of the Inca and of pre-Inca peoples. He was the supreme deity who brought order and life to the cosmos. He made the earth, humans, and animals and taught them various skills and arts. He also traveled across the world and performed miracles. He was sometimes depicted as an old man with a beard and a staff, or as a sun disk with a human face. According to a myth recorded by Juan de Betanzos, Viracocha rose from Lake Titicaca during the time of darkness to bring forth light. He made the sun, moon, and stars and set them in motion. He then created the first humans from stone, but they were too large and unruly, so he destroyed them with a flood. He then made a second race of humans from clay and gave them gifts such as clothes, language, and civilization. He also assigned them different regions and cultures to live in. Inti, the sun god, and the most important deity in the Inca pantheon. Inti was the sun god and the most important deity in the Inca pantheon. He was the father of the Inca rulers and the source of life and prosperity. He was often represented by a golden disc or a sunburst. He had a wife, Mama Killa, the moon goddess, and a son, Manco Capac, the founder of the Inca dynasty. According to a myth recorded by Pedro Sarmiento de Gamboa, Inti sent his son and daughter to civilize the earth and teach the people how to live. They emerged from a cave called Pacaritambo, carrying a golden staff called Tupac Yupanqui. They traveled until they reached the valley of Cusco, where the staff sank into the ground, indicating that they had found the place where they should build their capital. They then established the Inca Empire and its royal lineage. Pachamama, the earth goddess and the mother of all living things. Pachamama was the earth goddess and the mother of all living things. She was the provider of fertility, crops, and wealth. She was also the protector of nature and the environment. She was usually depicted as a woman with a cornucopia or a snake. She was revered and honored by offering her coca leaves, flowers, food, or animal sacrifices. According to a myth recorded by Cristobal de Molina, Pachamama was the daughter of Viracocha, the creator god. She married Pachacamac, the earth god, and gave birth to Inti, the sun god, and Mama Killa, the moon goddess. She also had other children such as the stars, the mountains, and the plants. She was considered the mother of all the Inca gods and the ancestor of the Inca rulers. Illapa, the thunder and rain god and the controller of the weather. Illapa was the thunder and rain god and the controller of the weather. He was the guardian of the crops and the water sources. He was often portrayed as a man with a sling or a club, or as a jaguar or a serpent. He was feared and respected by the people who prayed to him for rain or protection from storms. According to a myth recorded by Cristobal de Molina, Illapa once challenged Viracocha, the creator god, to a duel. He threw his sling at Viracocha, but Viracocha dodged it and struck Illapa with his staff, breaking his teeth and making him bleed. Viracocha then forgave Illapa and gave him the power to make rain and thunder. He also made him the husband of Mama Cocha, the sea goddess, and the father of corn, the wind god. Apu, the mountain god and the spirit of the sacred peaks. Apu was the mountain god and the spirit of the sacred peaks. He was the ruler of the land and the animals. He was also the ancestor of the Inca nobility and the patron of the warriors. He was usually depicted as a man with a crown or a feathered headdress, or as a condor or a llama. According to a myth recorded by Bernabe Cobo, Apu was the son of Viracocha, the creator god. He was given the task of guarding and governing the mountains and valleys. He was also the father of the first Inca king, Manco Capac, who was born from his union with Mama Oclo, the daughter of Inti, the sun god. He was worshipped and honored by building shrines, temples, or fortresses on the mountains. Supe, the god of death and the underworld, and the leader of the evil spirits. Supe was the god of death and the underworld, and the leader of the evil spirits, according to Inca beliefs. He was associated with darkness, disease, and misfortune. He was often depicted as a bat, a snake, or a black dog. He was feared and avoided by the people, who tried to appease him with offerings or curses. According to a myth recorded by Juan de Betanzos, Supe once kidnapped the moon goddess, Mamakila, and took her to his realm, Ukupacha. He wanted to make her his wife and prevent the sun god, Inti, from shining. The Inca people were terrified and prayed to Viracocha, the creator god, to save them. Viracocha sent a hero named Ayaruchu to rescue Mamakila and defeat Supe. Ayaruchu managed to free Mamakila and restore the light, but he died in the process. Viracocha then turned him into a stone and placed him on a mountain. Mamakila, the moon goddess and the wife of Inti. Mamakila, also known as Mamakila or Mother Moon, was the moon goddess and the wife of Inti, the sun god. She was the mother of the Inca rulers and the goddess of marriage, fertility, and women. She was often represented by a silver disc or a crescent moon. She had a sister, Mama Cocha, the sea goddess, and a daughter, Mama Oclo, the founder of the Inca dynasty. According to a myth recorded by Pedro Sarmiento de Gamboa, Mamakila was kidnapped by a giant named Kakui, who wanted to make her his wife. He took her to his cave and hid her from the sun. The Inca people were saddened by the disappearance of the moon and prayed to Inti for help. Inti sent a hero named Ayarkachi to rescue Mamakila and defeat Kakui. Ayarkachi managed to free Mamakila and restore the light, but he was wounded by Kakui's arrows. Inti then turned him into a star and placed him in the sky. Mama Cocha, the sea goddess and the sister of Mamakila. Mama Cocha, also known as Mama Cocha or Mother Sea, was the sea goddess and the sister of Mamakila, the moon goddess. She was the goddess of water, lakes, rivers, and rain. She was also the protector of sailors and fishermen who depended on her for their livelihood and safety. She was usually depicted as a woman with a fishtail or a shell. She had a husband, Ilapa, the thunder god, and a son, Con, the wind god. According to a myth recorded by Pedro Sarmiento de Gamboa, Mama Cocha once fell in love with a handsome young man named Pariakaka, who was a rival god of Ilapa. She tried to seduce him, but he rejected her advances. She then became angry and jealous and caused a great flood that destroyed many villages and crops. Ilapa intervened and stopped the flood by throwing his sling at the sky, causing a drought. He then confronted Mama Cocha and Pariakaka and defeated them both. He forgave his wife but punished Pariakaka by turning him into a mountain. Con, the wind god and the son of Mama Cocha and Ilapa. Con was the wind god and the son of Mama Cocha, the sea goddess, and Ilapa, the thunder god. He was the god of air, clouds, and storms. He was also the bringer of rain and the giver of life. He was often portrayed as a bird, a dragon, or a whirlwind. He had a brother, Pachacamac, the earth god, and a nephew, Viracocha, the creator god. According to a myth recorded by Cristobal de Molina, Con once stole the rain from his father, Ilapa, and hid it in a jar. He wanted to create his world and populate it with his creatures. He flew across the sky and sprinkled the rain over the land, making plants, animals, and humans grow. He also taught them how to live and worship him. However, his father soon discovered his theft and chased him with his sling. He managed to hit Con and break his jar, causing a great flood that destroyed Con's world. Pachacamac, the earth god and the brother of Con. Pachacamac was the earth god and the brother of Con, the wind god. He was the god of fire, earthquakes, and volcanoes. He was also the creator of the first humans and animals. He was usually depicted as a man with a torch or a mask. He had a wife, Mama Pacha, the earth goddess, and a son, Inti, the sun god. According to a myth recorded by Bernabe Cobo, Pachacamac once tried to kill his son Inti out of jealousy. He threw his torch at him, but Inti dodged it and threw his torch back at Pachacamac, setting him on fire. Pachacamac then ran away, causing sparks and flames to spread across the land, creating volcanoes and earthquakes. Inti chased him until he reached the sea, where he threw him into the water, extinguishing the fire. Quilla, the goddess of the moon and the wife of Inti. Quilla, also known as Mama Quilla or Mother Moon, was the goddess of the moon and the wife of Inti, the sun god. She was the mother of the Inca rulers and the goddess of marriage, fertility, and women. She was often represented by a silver disc or a crescent moon. She had a sister, Mama Cocha, the sea goddess, and a daughter, Mama Oclo, the founder of the Inca dynasty. According to a myth recorded by Pedro Sarmiento de Gamboa, Quilla was kidnapped by a giant named Cacuy, who wanted to make her his wife. He took her to his cave and hid her from the sun. The Inca people were saddened by the disappearance of the moon and prayed to Inti for help. Inti sent a hero named Ayarkachi to rescue Quilla and defeat Cacuy. Ayarkachi managed to free Quilla and restore the light, but he was wounded by Cacuy's arrows. Inti then turned him into a star and placed him in the sky. Conclusion. We have reached the end of our journey into the world of Inca mythology. We have learned about 11 of the most important and interesting gods in the Inca pantheon, and how they reflect the beliefs and worldview of the Inca people. We have also discovered how they relate to other gods from different cultures and religions, and how they influence the history and culture of the Inca civilization. The Inca gods are fascinating and significant because they reveal the secrets of a lost and mysterious world, and because they show the diversity and richness of human imagination and creativity. They also teach us valuable lessons about life, nature, and spirituality, and inspire us to explore and appreciate the wonders of our planet. We hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel, where we post more videos about mythology, history, and culture. Thank you for watching and see you next time.